A reading from the Gospel of John. The disciples said to Jesus, "Now you are speaking plainly, not in any figure of speech. Now we know that you know all things and do not need to have anyone question you. By this we believe that you came from God." Jesus answered them, "Do you now believe? The hour is coming, indeed it has come, when you will be scattered, each one to his home, and you will leave me alone. Yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. I have said this to you so that in me you may have peace. In the world you face persecution, but take courage. I have conquered the world." That passage, the concluding portion of chapter 16 of John's Gospel, that passage has a wonderful irony to it. The disciples, finally the penny drops. "We get it," they say. "We get it that you know and understand everything. We get what you've been talking about." Well, they should. He's been going on for 3 quite lugubrious chapters about his relationship with God the Father and about the coming of the Spirit. And they say, ironically, "We get you don't need to be questioned by anyone." Ironic because, as Jesus observes, the hour has come when he is going to be arrested. He prays in the next chapter, and then the arrest happens in Gethsemane, and in only a few hours' time he finds himself being interrogated in front of Pilate, who demands to know from him, what is truth? A question to which Jesus makes no answer, to the bewilderment of the governor. Today is a day when the church remembers a saint for whom I have very particular affection. Bede, the 8th century historian and scholar, an English monk who worked in Jarrow, a short drive, as it would be now, a short drive from Durham, and it's in Durham Cathedral, the West End in the Galilee Chapel. It's there that Bede is buried. Bede was an extraordinary person, a truly great historian, often called the father of English history. It's from Bede's work that we, the world, learnt to date things AD, Anno Domini, rather than saying in the reign of this king or in the reign of that ruler. Bede was also a great Bible translator. At the time of his death, he was translating the gospel from which we've just read. And in Durham today, there will not be a great procession down to his tomb, because Durham is also in lockdown. Most years, they would process to his tomb and they would read the portion of the 6th chapter of John, finishing in the middle of when they get to the point that Bede finished his translation because he fell sick and died. That little moment in the Durham liturgy is a reminder of the frailty of humans as we live out our faith. Bede did not face persecution. His life was settled, possibly even sedentary. But as the great historian of the English church, he was well aware that plenty of other Christians had faced trials and troubles and persecutions. And through his scholarly work, through his translating, through his recounting of history, he tried to prepare his sister and brother Christians to be able to live out their faith, to understand what Jesus was talking about, and to prepare them to live out their faith in the world. "You're going to be scattered," Jesus said to his disciples, and they were. We are scattered in a different way at the moment, and sometimes, even when the world is normal, we feel scattered and separated from God. Jesus says, take heart, hold on to your faith, hold on to the fact that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Hold on to your faith, live it out in your life, and all will be well. Today we give thanks for Bede's help in allowing us to do that. Amen.